Hey everybody, supposedly that's the squid boat coming in. You missed the part where they put those little protectors under the hull there. You see, I don't know if you can see that. I can try to zoom in on it, but that little yellow thing there under the boat, that keeps it from setting on the sand. There's a black thing at the back, but they're right kind of by where this guy's legs are. But anyway, they set that down so the boat doesn't set on the sand. And then they bring the squid in. See if I can step on this without killing myself, because these are kind of rocky rocks. They're rocking. See if we see any squid. Is there squid in there, honey? See, they put that under the boat to keep it from setting on the sand and scratching all the paint off. Is there squid, honey?
No squid.
Yeah, they have squid.
There's squid.
Squid.
Yeah, can they show me?
Over there.
Oh. Yeah.
There's the squid.
Oh, wow, yeah. Big ones.
Yeah,
Big one.
Big, yeah, wow. Nice. Really nice.
Muna i-add dito nila, te.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna deliver that.
Yeah, and they catch them on like the little squid jig?
Yun sa yung pagkuha, squid, gap, gagmaya, squid, also small squid.
The squid jig. The squid jig?
Ah,
Yeah.
jig?
Jig, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, squid
Yeah.
jig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they catch them on the squid jig. Wow. Those look nice.
Here's the show, the squid jig.
See, here's their lines.
There's the line.
They drop these things
And
down.
there's still more squid.
Oh, yeah, there's some squid in there, too.
Oh, there's the squid.
Oh, like
that's
that,
a
yeah.
shrimp.
No.
Lazada.
No, it's a squid.
Lazada,
It's a, yeah, so there's their squid jig, and this is their, and they leave this out?
Look at the fish there under.
Oh, that's a tunique. Is that for sale?
For sale, ba daw kuno natin? Oh, yes, for sale.
Yeah, how much?
Pila daw kuno ng tangigi.
Pila ko no tangigi oh. Pila ko no na 280. 300.
300
mapalit kami dito.
Kilo?
1 kilo.
Yeah, 300.
280, give 280
280?
Oh,
per kilo.
for you.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you're a friend.
Okay. Okay.
Ito
Yeah.
kuno niya.
Bangon din dayo.
Yeah, what did they catch that on?
Yun sa kuno na yung
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Ha?
Rapala.
Oh, yeah, the rapala. Trolling.
Pang dito
Okay, kibaw na siya kung sa pala.
Yeah,
He's
you gonna
gonna
wait?
wait that.
Wait, okay.
Timbang mo na nila
Yeah.
tiya.
There, here's the pala.
Rapala.
There.
Cuts.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Wow, that's nice. That's interesting. Yeah. Trolling in the water.
In the water.
Yeah.
Break
Yeah.
minute there, break.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Break minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they catch a lot
Yeah.
for that one.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Tell them that I'm building a boat.
Nagpahimo po siya
Amba.
dito sa kuan.
It's in Liloan, but when it's done, it'll be parking out there.
Isda siya dire.
Diretso sa layo.
There's no fish here. You need to go out.
No. Parking.
I-park niya dire.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell
Saan kuno pagbutang nga di mulihok ang pambot. Pare.
you'll have to teach me.
Pagpatudlo siya, magpundo siya diha.
Tonob lang. Tonob. Hindi mo liya ko pambot. Oh,
What do you say?
Unsay tunog dire?
Oh, tabangan lang.
Huh?
Diha man siya gas tubig naman niya ibutang.
Oh, sige.
Oh, yes.
2 kilos og 2 gramos.
Yeah.
2 kilos and
2 gram.
2.2.
Okay. So how much?
360 lang.
Yeah, honey, how much?
280 man kuning kuya.
260 lang.
Pila man ang 280 times 2.2?
280 times 2.2. Well, let me get the calculator.
No.
Anyway, so we're paying.
Naman, timbang dire. Locos na lang ng buhit.
All right. So here's somebody with a basket of fish, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a basket of fish? Wow. There's some more fish there too. He's got fish. Everybody's got fish. Yeehaw! Yeah, there he is. Everybody's got fish. Yeah, there's some more fish. Look at this. They got a big basket. Yeah. Oh wow, hey, look at those. Yeah.
Over there, that's where we got the fish.
Yeah, the same place. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is the same place that they catch them in a bobo fish trap. It's a big bamboo trap. I've told you about it before, but it's down deep, 100 feet to 300 feet, whatever depth. Yeah. So he got a big load there. So we're getting a lot of fish action tonight. Alright. So, are we ready to row, honey? Alright. Well, tell them thank you. We have to go to our church event. Tell them that.
Salamat.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Sunod na po.
Alright, so paradise. Here, honey. Paradise. I'm going to fillet this bad boy, and we are going to, I'll show you kind of after I make a few cuts what I did, because like I said, I can't, well, my wife can hold the camera. Here, hold the camera. And what we're going to start, I've got 3 knives here. This one is to cut the skin off with. It's kind of a dull knife. It's not as sharp as my other one, which is good because it doesn't cut through skin, and the skin on this is kind of thin. This is just a standby for the fillet knife. It's a pretty good smaller fillet knife, and this is my main fillet knife here. And as I've showed you before, it's got a serrated blade. Let me get it off of the it's got a serrated blade here that you can cut through bones with. It's really nice. It's an American Angler, and I don't know if they even sell these anymore, but there's another company that's got a serrated back here. The back is, and then you can use that to cut bones and stuff. Or cut through heavy scales and stuff. So anyway, enough of the knives. First cut we do is coming in here. We find out where all the head meat is, and this thing's got soft meat all the way up to its nose here. But I'm going to come in here and just kind of see if I can find the soft spot. There we go. That's about as far as I can go. A lot of folks will cut across here, but you lose all this meat here. And I guess if you're fishing every day and you got a freezer full of fish, you don't need that, but I actually do have a freezer full of fish. So anyway, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to get all the meat that I can off of here. See, even in the gills, right behind the gills, you got a big old chunk of meat right there. Well, it's going to be going into soup. So what I do is I cut on both sides here. Actually, normally I'll just start one side and fillet all the way up to the spine, but without pulling the meat off. So here's the thing, that if these fin bones go between the backbone, it's easy to fillet sliding the knife on the bones here all the way into the spine. Sometimes they don't, so when you slide your knife here, it drops off and goes under these ribs here. The knife goes under these ribs. So different fish either interlock or they are separate. So I don't remember on the King Mackerel, that's what this is, King Mackerel, aka in the Philippines it's called, tanigi. So I'm just kind of following, and there's no scales on this fish too, so that makes it kind of nice. You don't have to scale it when you're doing, before, the fillet. And I'm just following these little fin bones into, hopefully, where the meat is. Now, I'm not going to take, I think I'm hitting the spine already. Usually you'll hear some thumping, some little tick, 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 tick as you go down the vertebrae. But I'm not, here we go. And, oh yeah, this is an interlocking one here, so that's nice. Because you can slide directly from these bones that connect to these fins here all the way into the vertical bones from the backbone. And that makes a really clean fillet. You don't make any mistakes sliding under these here. So, been watching various YouTube channels and how everybody is doing, the fillets and stuff. And you think it'd be a simple process and everybody pretty much do it the same way, but they don't. See, a lot of folks will do this where they just kind of take the tip of the knife and go over the spine. And I go about halfway over the spine, maybe a little bit more. And then we got to go through, I think I just cut through the ribs here. So these ribs are easy to cut through because I didn't even use this serrated part of the blade. So the other thing we got to do here, we're going to have to gut this thing too, which I didn't do. So I start back here by the rear fin, or anal fin if you want to call it that. And I just go in with the tip because I do not want to be cutting into the guts because they got a foul odor and smell. Also, when I get to these two little fins here, on some fish these are larger, but I'll go around it, and then when I come back, I'll actually cut those off. Cut all the way up as far as I can here. There we go. Okay, now we got the guts out here. We can see what this fish has been eating too. Let's this in here. This is the stomach. Separate the throat and all that. The heart is up here too. The heart is right behind the gills, just if you guys want to know fish anatomy. So this is the stomach, and going back into the intestines and coming out right here. And it's nice because this one's pretty clean here, so I don't have to worry too much about any odors that you might pick up. There we go. So there's a stomach there, and we'll check that later and see what he's been eating, or he or she. We don't. This looks like eggs here, maybe. Yeah, this looks like eggs. So it's a female. According to my diagnosis, that's eggs. And some of the eggs on like the Dorado or the mahi-mahi or the dolphin fish, whatever you want to call it, are big enough that you can fry them. And people fry those things. Here's some membrane here. I'm going to try to, my fingernails were sharp, I get it more easily, but we're not going to eat any of that stuff. This is a blood line here, and sometimes I'll run my thumb through there and clean all that blood out, but it's a waste of time because I don't ever get this part because this has the ribs. Okay, so now that I've gutted it, I'm going to do the same thing here that I did on the other side. Just follow these fin bones into the spine, and hopefully we get a clean cut and we don't lose any meat. I love to just slide it. You can usually feel the ribs. I'm not feeling ribs on this one. Like I said, when I cut through here, I went right through the ribs with it just a smooth blade, which I didn't know you could do that on a fish this size. Usually the ribs are larger and you really got to kind of struggle to get through them. So now I'm following the spine with the tip of the knife, rolling over it and getting into the other side. Now see, the other side's free. I can come in here, lift this up so I don't lose any meat, cut through the tail, cut through all of this up to here. Okay, here's the trick now. I flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Because if you take this off, if you go ahead and take this off, then when you try to do the other side, the fish is kind of curved like that, and your knife doesn't follow lines very good because you got a lot more knife maneuvering stuff. So we just leave that piece on there for now. Come in, do the same thing on this side. Try to cut through that skin. The other side, the skin was a lot. There we go. Got it. There's a thick part right by where the fin is, where your knife is going to struggle to get through. But you move over just a hair, and then you hit the soft spot again. So we are hopefully following ribs or fin bones into the ribs, not losing any meat here, because this is really good eating here. And I am sliding through here a little bit. I'm going to start back here with this one. There we go. That's a better start. better starting point is right by the dorsal fin. If you're gonna be trying to follow these fin bones back. There we go. And the tip of the knife will just nicely slice through all of this, following the ribs, or the vertical bones. I don't know what they're called other than vertical bones, because obviously it's not ribs, because the ribs are around the stomach. Okay, so now we're coming through here, hitting the spine. We're gonna come back here. We're on the other side of the ribs here, so we gotta kind of do a little dance to get on the, there we go, we made it. I don't know if you can eat these as sushi or not, but they're a really nice looking white meat. So anyway, I got that side done. I'm gonna switch it over, do the other side. Same song, second verse. Come in here where it's going to be a little bit easier to get a good start following those fin bones. And cutting into the spine. Here we go. We're lucky yeah, I can feel the spine right now. Here you can cut up, and you'll hit ribs at some point, and then you got to cut through the ribs. And at this point we can cut through these ribs because we're done with the fillet on the other side. So now both of the fillets are going to come off as soon as we're done cutting through these rib bones. And these rib bones are, I'm telling you, they're easy to cut through on this fish. So that's good to know. Like I said, some of the fish have really heavy duty ribs, and man, you got to saw with this serrated part of the knife before you can even get through it. Alright, so I'm pretty much through. Maybe I need a little bit more on this side here. Get to the spine, yeah. Get to that spine. There we go. Now we're in the spine here. This meat is really soft. I bet it would make good sashimi. If I'd have caught this fish and knew how clean the environment was that it was stored in, I would sashimi this bad boy. Some soy sauce and some wasabi, just like a tuna. Man, this meat is nice. Really, just tender, oily, really nice meat. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just finish off, you know, fillet. Like I said, I just do most of it, and then after that, I go through the ribs and finish up. Coming out here, get that head meat. Like I said, a lot of folks don't get the head meat. They don't get the stomach meat, and I don't know. I just don't want to waste any fish, but in the Philippines, virtually everybody eats the head. They will make like a fish head soup, and that's real popular here. So there she is. She is clean. You can see right through the bones. See there? Nothing, no meat wasted on that guy. None at all. So that's a good one. I'm gonna. And now we will get the bloodline out, because as I said before, bloodline is nasty. Don't ever eat that stuff. Just cut it out of your meat. A lot of folks, well, not a lot. Watch them on YouTube. They'll tell you the same thing. All the other channels will tell you cut that bloodline out. That it is just one funky piece of meat. My theory is it contains all the mercury and stuff because it has. So that's another reason to cut it out. Not only does it taste fishy, it's got like a funky kind of a metallic taste to it. I don't particularly care for mercury. Another little bone here, little rib, little fin bone there. All right, we're ready to cut it. How wide the bags are, and so we just cut these according to how wide the bag is. And then I use this as There's the novel. We're cutting the next ones, so it fits perfectly in a little freezer bag thing. All these sections. Okay, so anyway, we're going to finish this guy up. Maybe I'll do better skinning this one because it's the fourth one. And we'll be back with more of my paradise on Bantayan Island. Look at them fish fillets. Look at them. Woohoo! Tanigi, King Mackerel, you call it. And some people call them Spanish mackerel, but I don't think it is. It's a cousin, obviously.